So we just went and saw Spider-Man Far From Home. It was amazing.
It was a really, really interesting and fun ending to the Marvel Phase 3 after Endgame and Infinity War and all these great movies. Spider-Man's second movie in his little franchise. Like Brian said, it was a really good movie. If I had to give it a score, I'd probably give this a solid 9 out of 10. There were very few flaws with this movie, and we're going to get into some spoilers later, but what do you think, Brian?
Well, I'm biased because I love Spider-Man, so I'm also going to give it a 9 because I'm deducting a point. What we should say is, spoilers ahead!
Yeah, that's true. Spoilers ahead, so anything past this, if you haven't seen it in a movie, pause this. Go see the movie, definitely worth any money you give to your theater. So basically this whole adventure takes place during a school field trip. They're going to Europe, and essentially there's an extraterrestrial threat known as the Elementals, and all of a sudden a superhero from another dimension, Mysterio, comes out, joins up with Nick Fury and his crew, and basically he tries to help warn S.H.I.E.L.D. from this upcoming danger.
But, just as I predicted, Mysterio was fooling everyone!
So it turns out Mysterio, whoever his name is, I can't really remember too well, but he worked for Tony Stark, and he actually developed the technology that they hinted at the very beginning of Captain America Civil War. They call it BARF, but it was essentially how you could recreate things. Turns out that it was his tech, this Mysterio's tech, and he had a group of people that worked behind him, so they were trying to find a way in the end to get power and all the resources that Tony Stark left behind, because Tony Stark essentially gives away all his tech, all his research and work to Spider-Man.
That's right. So now, I think it's really cool that you're seeing Spider-Man become a tinkerer, and now that he has all these resources, you know, we can see Spider-Man like he does in the comics. He makes his own shit, he makes his own costume, and it's really badass.
Yeah, they deal with these elementals, and Nick Fury's trying to understand what's going on. So Mysterio right away turns out to be a villain. He gets these sunglasses that Tony Stark made for Peter Parker, and essentially has control and access to all these drones. These drones play a big part in the movie because Quentin Beck uses them to create this facade.
Oh yeah, that's his name.
That
you just remembered it so quickly.
Oh yeah, Quentin Beck, there you go. So for Quentin Beck to essentially create these facades where now since there's a void and vacuum in the Avengers, he could be the next Tony Stark.
That's right.
So if he makes people believe that they're in danger with his illusions, and he's their savior, he'll always be the good guy.
Right.
But right away, Spider-Man figures it out. He has to tell MJ. MJ essentially figured out he was Spider-Man, but confirms it with Peter Parker. Really fun ending to the movie. Make sure to stay after the movie for a interesting mid-credits scene. Oh yeah. So it's essentially that Quentin Beck edited the footage and put it out there, and it gave out Peter Parker's identity as Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, in a bad way. He screwed him over.
Big time. Made him look like Spider-Man. Now that he has all of Tony Stark's gear, he doesn't want anyone to have the technology, and he's going to basically use it in any way he wants, similar to maybe how Tony Stark was perceived before he was a hero. So yeah, Spider-Man is ousted. He only has probably Nick Fury to help him, but the other major twist at the very end, that's why you gotta stay to the very end, is that
this whole
Maria Hill and Nick Fury this whole time
are Skrulls.
They're the Skrulls from Captain Marvel, and then you find out that Nick Fury's in space.
Yep, just chilling.
I think he's working on creating Strike, the extraterrestrial strike force team that uses Avengers and can heroes from Earth to help go and fight these bad guys on other planets and work with maybe the Guardians, work with Captain Marvel, work with these space superheroes. So
could be Fantastic Four. Maybe they, do space shit, get superpowers, and then boom, Spider-Man and Fantastic Four. Cool, right? Mysterio was an awesome villain. He fooled everyone. He had this great tech, And once he had to use it on Spider-Man, whoa! Talk about some Doctor Strange level stuff in a Spider-Man movie. Mysterio's just messing with him. And he's like, Spider-Man doesn't know what the hell to do. He's like, dude, what the hell's going on? Everything's crazy right now and I'm losing it. Mysterio's just like, yeah, bro, you ain't got nothing. I'm gonna whoop you. I'm fooling you right now. You can't even do nothing. You're just a weak little shit. Give me your stuff. Done. He wrecks him and it's so dope. You need to check this guy out. The Spider-Man series so far, we've gotten people that have been messed up by Tony Stark. So this is a weird trend, you know. Maybe Spider-Man's got to be cleaning up his messes or something like that. Messes. That's rough, huh?
So now maybe the next villain is just another Tony Stark protege that he screwed over that'll come back to bite us in the ass. Who knows, man? But yeah, overall, Spider-Man Far From Home was a really, really cool movie. It's really, really funny. The way John Hughes directed this movie is just off the wall. Just pacing was really good. Fighting action scenes were good, and of course, there's a little bit of romance in there, which I dig. You know, he's growing up. He's a little horny little Spider-Man with his little web shooter.
Yeah.
But yeah, they make some really cool references to Tony Stark, to Steve Rogers, even Natasha Romanoff. They do a little memorial for. So yeah, overall, it's a cool movie. Go check out Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man.
Hey Joe, man, I want to make some predictions. Okay?
Projections?
About what just happened. I think that Mysterio's not dead. Brandon, do you remember how he died?
Yeah, he got shot by the drone.
By the drone, right? So he said to Peter, I have contingency plans. I think that he had one bot that wasn't in the loop, that was outside of Edith's
Control?
ability to detect all the drones, right? Because she's like, oh yeah. Because what Peter asked was not, is he dead? He asked,
Is there any illusions?
yeah. And she's like,
Is this real?
yeah, is this real? All the drones are gone, all right? So I think he had contingency plan if that fake out doesn't work and I can't shoot him in the fucking head. I have contingency plan one drone to at least fake a death scene. I think he's a grand illusionist and he would totally pull some shit like that.
Hell yeah, he would.
I think that's fucking sick, right? To build a Sinister Six maybe in the future, I think that'd be pretty sweet, right?
Yep, I agree.
Oh, shit. Just thought I'd share that because I think that's pretty cool.
Sinister Six. Shoot them all.